don't like these cameras. I try to hide from cameras all the time. I try to hide from cameras all the time. It's not even a joke.
How long have you been dancing?
How long I've been dancing? I've been dancing since I was, I can't because that's my age. So, I'm gonna say 26 years.
26 years. So when did the dancing drip start?
Dancing drip started last July 2017. I started Soak and Sweat, but people are gonna be mad when I say that. And that started June 2016. I left Soak and Sweat and created my own class with me managing it and me being the owner of it. So pretty much I've been doing classes in total for over 2 years. I've been dancing with artists for about over 15 years.
What are some of the artists you dance with?
Oh shit. Of course Charly Black. QQ, Egyptian, Ricky Blaze, Spraga Benz, Mr. Easy. Shit. It's so much to name. I'm trying to think of consistency though. But these are people that I did actually shows with them. If we started from back then, I've danced with an artist named Moika. She's from California. I've danced with a Spanish artist. So it's different artists. It's not like they're all dancehall. Soca artists, okay. Lyrical, Moso, how can I forget? I am tripping. Freezy, Problem Child. I've been in their videos. I've danced with them. Oh crap, that's crazy.
Who's the most fun artist to work with?
Fun.
Who did you have the most fun?
Fun. That's actually, I don't know.
Memorable.
Memorable. But obviously, because I've done so much shows with Charly, he's fun. Of course, I think soca artists have an energy because their music is more up-tempo. So it's a different energy compared to dancehall. QQ's cool. You can't knock him. And you know, a lot of the dancehall artists are like Gallus. So, oh yes, and IOJ. How can I forget? IOJ is great to work with. He's great. It's a different culture. African guys are just different, and they're willing to have fun. They don't care. They're willing to spend money. All those type of things.
Let me ask you, how would you compare dancing with life? Like, what tools can you use in life from your dancing and from
anybody that takes it serious or who actually has a professional ethic to it has to understand there's discipline to what you do. Dancing is definitely discipline to me because in certain aspects music controls you. Music controls you to do a lot. It can calm you. It can make you angry. It can make you upset. It can make you sad. You know, it brings a different energy depending on your mood. Because like today, I was sappy as hell with this rain. But then I came in, I heard the music, and I'm dancing. But I'm dancing and I'm making other people happy. I'm making other people energized. People are willing to say, I'm gonna lose weight. Some people are pushing and improving to move their body. So, it works out just like athletes. When you see athletes on the thing, you're like, damn, I wish I could do that. But then you get into it, you're like, damn, I could do it.
Have there ever been times of struggle and have you ever been discouraged? And how did you overcome?
I'm discouraged now. I'm a very, I take this is passionate to me. And as much as I'm in denial, like these things don't feed into me. But then when you look at people trying to take you down every day or trying to do what you do like the exact way you do it, and I don't care if you're doing it because everybody can do it. But if you're trying to do it the same exact way or take my formula of how I'm doing things, it's very discouraging because you see these other people rising before you and you're like, I've been doing this for how long? And it's just the same thing with any big entertainer. You see it. You have to smile in people's face. You have to be happy for everybody else. But they don't know at home, you're just upset and you're just trying to figure out, should I continue doing this? Do I want to do this? Is this for me? You're trying to look for a sign like, am I supposed to be here doing this? And that's how I feel right now.
So what is your support system? Where do you go?
My brother. My brother is here. He's actually the one that pushed me. He made my page public. My page was never public, and I feel like if my page was public, probably 3 years ago, I would have never been here.
Man, Boss King, Empress Cece manager, her brother too.
Okay, so earlier we talked to Empress Cece, and she said a lot, just about everything is due to you pushing her to make her page public. Tell me what happened as far as when she was private, and what did you see in her that maybe she didn't even see in herself?
Everything. She's like awesome. She's great at what she do. She's passionate. I just saw her drive, like she was so much better. I was observing a lot of people. I'm seeing she could do different styles. When you go to a party, when you're in the house with her, anywhere you go with her, if you're around her, she dance to Afro beats, she dance to conga, she gonna dance to dancehall, soca, rap, R&B, like she always moving, always got something, always moving her body. And everybody knew her already. She locally and like in certain cities and states, wherever we go, they already knew her. She walk in without, and her page was private the whole time. So I'm like, we gotta do something different about that.
So when you made it public, when did you start seeing the numbers fluctuate? How soon?
Immediately, because they knew like she had a video at Shoot Out, it's like 2015, that it had millions of views on everybody's page except ours, because her page was private, and it's like everybody's atting her and doing, but nobody's really following, because you know it's a private page. You don't really follow a private page, but finally made it public, threw the video up, threw out a few more videos, and started going crazy. Everything jumped. She went from it was private at 1,000. It ended up jumping to like 3,000 to 5 to 10 to 15, 20. Consistently started putting up pictures and videos. And we here now. We started the class. It's a beautiful thing. We got people from every continent coming. We got people from every city, every state. People drive, people fly here, people come here, layovers. People come here. It's like a tourist attraction now. People come here. How they come and say, I'm gonna go to this restaurant or this basketball game or football game. They come. Do the class, they say it's intense, they say they love it, it's better than all other classes they go to, and I'm not trying to brag, I'm just like, no shade to no other class or nobody else, we just...
Now have you ever taken the class?
Take pride in what we do. Nah, I'm behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes?
You got me in the camera today, but I'm behind the scenes, I'm low key, like, yeah.
Got you.
Boss King, man, Empress Cece to the world, man.
Explain though about, this is your sister, right? How proud does it make you?
Super proud, you see I'm smiling. People that know me personally probably like, damn, I didn't even know he smiles. So.
If it wasn't for him, trust me, I would still be the same girl. Everybody knows me, but it wouldn't be publicly like everybody knows me. If it wasn't for Facebook, again, he's the one that said, Nasi, you got this. And guess what? Everybody, South Africa, Israel, Dubai, India, everywhere knows me because of this guy. So he's the one that created my Facebook and my YouTube page. I have the Instagram, but like I said, it was private, and then I publicly made it, and now I'm at 166K, so I'm excited about that. And then on Facebook, I have like 200,000 followers. On YouTube, I have like, YouTube has been about a year, and then it's like 60,000 subscribers, so I'm actually surprised. I don't look at numbers though, because you look into too much and then you think too much, and then you try to figure out like, why am I not here? And I don't like thinking about that. When, like you said, you have people that's already like trying to discourage you. People try to flag your page every day. It's trust me when I say, you're just like, what do I do? What do I do? Every day my page is getting flagged.
So let me ask you, any type of projects for maybe workout DVDs? If you look down that video, or
now,
of that nature?
Last year I was working on something like that, but as I know, for some other people, they feel like people are copying them. So I didn't take it that far, and I feel like if I'm gonna put out something like that, it has to be different in a way that doesn't look like it's just a regular workout DVD. On top of that, I don't consider myself, maybe because I feel like I don't want to do a workout DVD. It's not for me. I want to dance. But again, I don't want the people that come from whatever culture they're coming from to take what I'm taking, and they're the ones getting the money off of it. So it's very scary for those people to capture it and watch it and take it. And I've seen that, especially when it comes to dancehall. So it's like, I want to do it, but I don't want to do it because I don't want to give it to somebody else to take it and run with it.
You ever thought about an Empress Cece app?
Yes, I was actually working on that too. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to put in the app. Like I said, you got to think about what to put, what not to put, because I don't like culture virtues. I don't. So I know that's another conversation. I don't want to get into that, but I know people will be mad if I start talking. So I'm just gonna. As much as I say I get discouraged, and me as a person, I don't stop. I've been working since I was 16. I've been working multiple jobs since I was 16. People don't know I'm working and doing this now. You understand what I'm saying? So I always tell people, do what you have to do, strive for what you want. And if it's your dream and it's your passion, definitely go for it. That's one thing I must say. I've always doubted myself, and people never doubted me. So sometimes you really have to find your inner self to know to keep going and keep pushing. And I'm gonna always say that. That's one thing I will always say. So if you feel like you're a good basketball player, do this shit, but you gotta focus and do it. You can't just sit there and then keep going like this, and then think about it. Sometimes you gotta just get the fuck up and say, I'm gonna do it.
I remember
Yeah.
you mentioned to me before that you're shy.
Yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
a lot of people see you on the stage and see you perform. How can that be possible?
Again, I don't know if people follow celebrities. A lot of people, people always say like, oh, you're not people, you're just like such a people person, and I'm not. But again, when you're put into something and it naturally comes to you, or you're put into a field that you like, you're gonna turn into a different person. I used to just not talk to people, but when it's time to perform, I'm on the stage and sing, let's go.
You have like an alter ego.
Yes, it's an alter ego, but I don't really like to talk to people because I don't want people thinking I'm too friendly. And then in this business, you gotta play them type of games with people. You gotta test them out too. Because some people will sit there and try to talk to you, get information, and pass it to somebody else. And then some people will assume that you're mean and talk to everybody else and don't realize that I know the person instead of coming to me. So it's really a game you gotta play, and you gotta really feel people's energy. People's energy is a big thing.
What do you think about before you go on stage?
I'm always nervous before I go on stage. I don't think about anything, I'm just nervous.
Level. Alright, Empress, come on about the party. This is Empress Cece. Make some noise. Cece, turn around. No, you have to turn around and show them. Put the hand for your knee, turn back me. Sink in the man. Look back up over your whining. Look on your bumper, all your whining. You're not all on, out of timing. You're not all on, out of timing. You're not sticking to the lava. I will have a Malabrava. We're not going to see a chasing baba. Empress Cece. Somebody make some noise! Cece! No, come on. I want Cece to go. Who never see one next rasta woman dance like this over there? Where Cece come off the stage so fast? Cece like your boots. Can we have her dance to one more song? Somebody say Cece. Make sure you ride out quick and fast, nice and easy. Come in and all you come on the stage and come on so fast. Look how your skin clean, look how you're nice. Your smile so beautiful, you are my choice. Baby, you're perfect to me. Oh wait, don't shy. Girls on! Let's go. Sing it up. Tell the time on the time on yo. Are you ready? Cece. Put your hand on your head, right? Yes, tonight. She don't mind. Tell you sexy so clear. She ain't like it, chicken peel. She can't exist, mommy pill. Tell your bumper fraud, girl. See the right back, your punches. Rich side, show me a girl. Not to the flint, and the bed. See them panic, and show them. Wine to the girl. Time to the girl. Right up everybody.
Old 90s dancehall will forever move me. I could be in a party, I could be outside, I could be in the gym, I could be sleeping. If something comes on from that era, my body comes alive.
Favorite 90s dancehall song?
One song. It's like more like rhythms. The Pepper Seed rhythm was my rhythm. That was a big rhythm for me. Carrie was my song from the 90s. Carrie, there we go. I carry you in front of John, sexy you the beat to my. That was my song. It's a lot of songs though. I can't, cause it was no song that was wrong in that era. I feel like it was no song. It made sense. Everything made sense. People would dance. People knew how to have fun. Even if whatever the fuck they were talking about, everybody knew to dance. So now everything is stush. People caring, and it's just like everything's just out of control. So it's a different aura. Then some people just don't know. I guess they don't know the movement of the song. It's just like with Afrobeats now. When I grew up, I was dancing to African music. African music meaning with drums when we had to learn a break. It wasn't like anybody was talking to us or singing to us. It was like, okay, we're going down, there's a break, that break means change the move. So we knew, and I think that plays a major part in me now, because that's why I like dancing to anything with a bass or beat. Because when I hear it, I know it's a change, it's a pace that you gotta go to, which a lot of people don't get. It's rhythm that you need to get into it. So.
How do you come up with your like, the choreography that you do? Like,
oh, I don't. It's not choreography. People think it's choreography.
so it's really just all like.
It's all to
freestyle.
music. Yeah, I go to music all the time. So that's one thing I might answer. Everybody keeps asking me like, oh, can you do the choreography that you do in your class? I think that's why I can't really do a workout DVD, because it's not choreography. It's just freestyle. So usually I would have like a live DJ. So wherever the DJ plays, I'm gonna follow him. It's not me sitting here following. No, I'm following you. It's whatever moods you put me in. If I want to hear a certain song, obviously I'm gonna tell them it's a certain song. Usually just at the beginning is the pace, so it's something slower, obviously it's not fast. And then some DJs would be like, nah, that's not what I'm gonna start with, some music, that's what we're gonna start. And I'm like, oh shit, hey, I wasn't ready. And each class is different. Like this class was small, some classes are really big. Some classes that have older people, some classes have teenagers, and you're like, oh, you know like the music gotta switch, or let's take it at this pace, or let's play old 90s soca, or let's play calypso, let's play, reggaeton. If it's some Haitians in here, you're gonna play compa. So, you gotta know. You just gotta know, you gotta feed off what's going on. So I think that's what it is.
Any artists that you haven't worked with that you would love to work with or do something to collab with?
I forgot. Like I work with Marsville. I keep forgetting these people. Like I'm just thinking about it as we talk. And Marsville was great. When I was in Barbados, we had a great time. Artists I would want to work with, Chris Brown. Chris Brown, I've always said that. I will always say that. That's the only probably, if we think about it, Chris Brown.
Chris Brown sees this, what do you want to say?
Chris Brown, listen to me. We here. We are here. We can adapt to any fucking style of music, any type of dance, and I wish and I would love to work with you anytime. If I can have the opportunity to even go on your stage and bust a one wine, I am there. I don't care if you say right now, I'm there. Trust me, please. If you ever see this, say Empress Cece, follow me on Instagram. Empress Cece, I'll be there.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
Chris Brown, maybe Rihanna. I think because of the culture, she needs like something authentic on her stage, and I think that's what it is. Because obviously, she knows how to do it. So I just feel like if something like that major happens with somebody from New York, whatever, just another, even if it's another big dancer and it's in that culture, I think it would boost up a lot, especially when it comes to dancers. Because a lot of dancers feel discouraged. I'm not the only one. I've seen things, especially when it comes to the city, when these dancers come from Brooklyn, authentic, even flexers. You understand what I'm saying? I grew up in that time, but people broke up and them type of things, and then they don't get recognized for the choreography people do. So trust me, that's why it's like I can't talk about that subject, and it's kind of touching.
How do you deal with the traveling? Is it something that you enjoy? Is it something that's
there's a pros and cons to that. It's exhausting, but then it's great because you get to travel. You get to learn, you get to see, you don't get to judge. It's like you're there in a different element. If you're not an open-minded person, it's definitely an eye-opener. But I've been traveling since I was young, so it's not as an eye-opener. I'm into culture, I'm into geography, and I've always been. So me traveling is a different experience from probably other people traveling that never even been out Brooklyn, or people never been to the city. There's some people in New York that never even been to Bronx or Jersey. For me, I feel like I am open to certain things and I don't want to see certain things. So it is fine. I think that it's an eye-opener though, because I went to London and Paris the other day, and you see what you see on TV, you see what you see in videos, but to be there is a whole different story. And as a black person, to see it is an eye-opener, because people forget, like I said, geography. People forget that those places are close to Africa, North Africa. So you see the cultures and you see the infusion, and you're like, wow, that's not what I see. You didn't know this much black people here. And I'm gonna say black, I mean all races and all ethnicities, from speaking French to speaking Spanish to speaking Arabic. You know what I'm saying? It's not one type, but again, if you're not open and if you're fucking stereotypical or you're sitting here and you just always think like a Caribbean person is Jamaican, then this is not gonna go to you. It's gonna go to those people that want to explore and or open their eyes and say, you know, there's not only one type of people. I definitely think that everybody should one day travel. I don't care if it's to the Caribbean, because the Caribbean has multicultural people. It's people of all cultures. And I feel like people, okay, I went to Guyana. Now Guyana is one of the places, you know, people always say, oh, this is not the Caribbean and this is South America, but they don't understand what it was under, or what these people, you know, fought for. There's different races in Guyana, just in one place, about 7 to 9. So you don't know what you're gonna see. Here in the States, you see it. People are biased when you go to Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? So anywhere you go, I went to Germany, I was like, oh no. That's one place I don't think I will ever go again. I don't want to go back to Germany. I'm gonna tell you guys. It was never a place I really wanted to go, but shout out to Charly for bringing me to Germany. Big up still. But like I said, you can see that's the place where they talk about, and it's a place that I would say, let me retract, because I ain't blue-eyed, blonde hair. It's dreary. It's a dreary feeling. Europe is dreary to me, but Paris and London was a total difference. I love Paris. I would love to go back. I did a class in Paris, and but I only stayed 2 days in London and 2 days in Paris, so I didn't get to enjoy. And I have my cousins in London, so it was great.
Anywhere you want to travel that you haven't gone yet?
I think I want to hit every island in the Caribbean. I think I want to go to Brazil. There's no island or no place I really want to. I want to go to Ethiopia. That's one place I want to go to. I'm going to Greece next week, so I'm going to see how that is. Hopefully I enjoy it. Everybody says it's beautiful, so I can't wait to go there. But
you do Empress Cece Island tour. Speaking into existence.
I gotta think about it. People do. I know St. Lucia. When I went to St. Lucia, I went with Charly Black, and I mean, I don't know if he was bigger or I was bigger. When I went there, I said, oh shit, because they knew me. I was on their news actually, because I know a lot of St. Lucia artists. So their thing is called the Deanery segment, which is their vulgar part of St. Lucia music. And what happened was, it looked like I was the face of it, because when the song Split in the Middle came out, it wasn't as popular. And after Split in the Middle came out, all the other local St. Lucia artists started coming up with their songs and their vulgar songs. So my clip happened to show up on the TV. And all my friends were like, Cece, you know you're on TV, Split in the Middle. They're saying like, pretty much like it's too vulgar, and then the younger people. And I was like, wow, but then when I got there, Charly was getting interviewed at a radio station for one of the radio. And the lady was like, oh, I see you have a dancer with you. Just like that. I said, who, me? Who, me? And they interviewed me, and I was like, this is bananas. I can't believe this. Even the party the night before, the girls were coming up to me like, Cece, and I was like, I'm in St. Lucia, correct? Or am I in Brooklyn? Because I don't know. I didn't know that, but I didn't know. But you don't know until you actually like get there and realize like, oh crap, people know me. Like, this is for real. So that's the eye opener for me, and I'm still not gonna realize that I'm internationally known. I'm not gonna. Even when we were in Germany, people were tagging me. They were tagging me. It's not like he said, oh, this is Empress Cece, what you call it. When I came off the stage, I was getting tagged in stories, and I said, wow.
Well, you know, the funny thing is that I hate exercising. It's not my favorite thing to do at all. I mean, years and years ago, I used to dance, but I knew like I wanted to get into some kind of fitness and such, so I never could find anything that I liked. And I joined Crush, I joined some other gyms, but just never liked it. So I was on Facebook one day and I followed this particular blog, and she had a clip of Cece just dancing, like, you know, doing a class, I forget where. And I was like, oh my God, I gotta do that. So I Googled it. I Googled her name. Yeah. So I Googled her name, and it popped up that the class was in Brooklyn. So I'm like, oh my God, it's in Brooklyn. So I at that time, it was Soca and Sweat.
Okay.
I think it was Soca and Sweat, something like that. Anyway, so I found out where it was, and it wasn't too far from my house, and it was inexpensive, so I said, I'll try it. I tried it, and I've been going ever since.
Wow.
And that's been, oh my God, it's been well over a year.
And you feel more energetic, you feel more
Well, I can
revived.
tell you that the first time within 2 months, I had lost something like, I lost like 2 inches off my thighs.
Wow.
So it's not like just, the energy is amazing. She's amazing. She forces you to work. She forces you to get in there, and it doesn't even matter how you move as long as you move. Because her thing is, this is not a stush. We're not stush here. You know, free up yourself. If I say go up, go up. If I say go down, go down. And we, you know, the class, we give her energy. Sometimes she come in and, you know, you can see that she's physically exhausted, but if the class is lit, by midway, it's a wrap. She's doing her thing, and I appreciate that.
I was watching some of her videos, and I was before, and I'm like seeing clips from certain classes, and she's jumping, she's yelling, she's in people's faces, she's going down with them. She's not just saying go down. She's like, come on down.
And then here's the thing, which is awesome, because you know, you go to somebody's class, you look at her, she looks amazing, and then you know, if you're a little overweight or you have more jiggle than you should, you're like, I'm staying in the back of the class. She pulls you to the front. If she knows you can't go down, go try. If she sees that you're trying or you're exhausted, she'll dance with you. She'll get in front of you, she'll dance with you. So most trainers, like I've done similar classes to hers, and they don't do that. You know, they're in the front, they're the stars, and that's it. And we all know she's the star, right? You see her on Instagram, you see her what she's doing, you see her with soca artists, we all know, but she's so down to earth, she makes you want to come to class.
Wow.
Because it's not just, you know, it's not just all about me, it's all about my supporters, is what you're doing, is how you're feeling, is did you enjoy it, you know, and it's just all love, and that's important.
That's one thing I noticed about just the little time that I've known her. She's very humble.
Super humble.
And very shy. You know, and we were talking about that. I was talking about that with her. I said, you know, you're on these stages, you're with these artists, but yet you're so humble. You know, and I can really appreciate that. And I know the people who take her class can, because like you said, she's not up there like, you know how you see those workout people with the headphones and they only stay up in the front. It's not like this is like personal for her.
It is, and you know, I'm really not a fan of anybody's at all. I just don't feel like that. I feel everybody, we're all mortal, we all do the same thing, but I'm a fan of hers because I try my best not to miss a class. Like, I'm missing a class on Monday because I have an event, so I'm missing that class.
Sure.
But I've gone to Queens, I've gone to her class here, I've gone to her class in Brooklyn. I literally follow her.
So that speaks about her like, I guess, work ethic,
Yeah.
and who she is, because who's gonna do that?
Indeed, and
Who's
you know,
gonna follow her like that? You know, if they're not getting something from it.
exactly. And I'm telling you, exercise is not my thing, but I follow her.
That's so great.
It's not my thing, but I definitely follow her. And you know, like I tell my friends, I know it may sound a little corny, but when I'm done, I'm just on a literal high. It's like I'm on a high.
No, it makes sense.
You know, if I could bottle that and sell it, I'd be
a millionaire.
I'd be a millionaire. I'm just on that high, and I don't know that she knows how much her true followers appreciate her, but we really appreciate her.
This is my first time coming to this class. There's sweat dripping off the back of my hair. Look at my face. My whole body is filled with sweat. So if you're trying to burn some sweat, this is definitely the place for you to come.
You see me?
There you go, right?
It's not my first class, but if you're not ready to sweat, don't come. That's it.
Don't
Simple. Yeah, it's simple.
Yeah, don't come to be cute.
You know when they say you aim for the best and you try to reach the best, and I mean nothing's perfect, but you just want what you want, not what everybody else is wanting. So that's what it is. I am not happy yet. So when I get happy.
Did you ever see yourself, no artist, nobody on stage, whole concert, just you?
I would love that. I would love that. I would love a production. Like if I could do a production and I dream about things like that. I dream about things like that. If I could put a production together and show like my actual choreography style now, that would be awesome. In different genres, that would be awesome. I would love that.
Or a dance play.
Yeah, I would love it.
All in dance.
Yeah.
Dance.
Yeah, I would love that.
I want to thank you.
Thank you.
Talking to me.
Yeah, I
taking
tried.
time.
Yeah, I tried. Stand me and bring me out. Yeah, try to bring me out.
Hey, for someone who didn't like to talk, you know, I'm like cutting you off. Like, all right, that's enough. I ain't got enough memory in my memory card. I got 128 gigs. Nah.
I want to say thank you, King Arthur, for interviewing me. You're great. Thanks for my videos, my pro. Anybody needs a videographer, holla at this kid right here, cause he did it. He does it. Nah, but he's good at editing. I really like his work and his camera's clear. So I think everybody check out King Arthur.